Welcome to BingeWorthy Breakdowns, your go-to source for TV show and movie reviews. Today, we're diving into the highly anticipated Season 2 premiere of The Last of Us on HBO. After a heart-wrenching first season that set a new standard for video game adaptations, The Last of Us returns with a powerful, introspective episode that doesn't just raise the stakes, it reshapes the entire emotional landscape. Let's break it all down, moment by moment, with our signature blend of insight, intensity, and a few gasps along the way. Quick season. 1 recap: love, loss, and lies. Before we dive into Season 2, let's rewind. Season 1 introduced us to Joel and Ellie, two survivors thrown together by fate in a world ravaged by the cordyceps infection. Joel, a hardened smuggler, was tasked with escorting Ellie, a teenage girl immune to the virus, across a broken America. Along the way, they formed a bond built on shared trauma and hard-won trust. The season was marked by devastating losses, from Tessa's sacrifice to Henry and Sam's tragic end, and moments of hope, like Ellie and Riley's bittersweet flashback. It all culminated in the unforgettable finale at the Firefly Hospital, where Joel made the controversial choice to save Ellie by killing the doctors who could have used her immunity to develop a cure. He lied to Ellie about what happened, a lie that now haunts the foundation of their relationship. Recap: a quiet storm before the onslaught. Season 2 kicks off with Episode 1, aptly titled Future Days, a name that hits hard for those familiar with the franchise. We pick up 5 years after the devastating events of Salt Lake City. Joel and Ellie are now part of the thriving community of Jackson, Wyoming, a haven of safety in a world still fractured by chaos. Joel has taken to helping build homes and repair infrastructure, while Ellie is struggling with a sense of displacement, both emotionally and morally. What starts as a seemingly quiet reintroduction is layered with subtext. Joel is carrying the weight of the lie he told Ellie at the end of Season 1, and while they share space, there's a chasm of truth between them. Ellie, now a teenager with a sharper edge, suspects something, and the distance between them is palpable. Meanwhile, we meet Abby, not by name yet, but viewers who know the source material will immediately recognize the significance. Her entrance is ominous and chilling. She's clearly on a mission, driven by pain and precision, and her proximity to Joel and Ellie spells inevitable tragedy. The showrunners pace this episode deliberately. Instead of rushing into action, they allow us to simmer in the unease. The visuals are haunting, the dialogue sparse but heavy, and the threat of violence hangs in the air like fog. Every quiet moment feels like the inhale before a scream. 5 things we liked the most. The emotional weight of silence. The show doesn't waste words, and that's part of its brilliance. Instead of dramatic monologues or exposition-heavy conversations, The Last of Us Season 2 uses silence to devastating effect. Every pause between Joel and Ellie feels like another brick in the wall that's grown between them. We can sense Joel's longing for forgiveness and Ellie's quiet, simmering distrust. There's a specific scene at dinner where neither speaks for a full minute, just stolen glances and unfinished sentences. It's some of the most powerful storytelling this episode offers. Abby's arrival = instant tension. Without even mentioning her name, Abby's presence in this episode sends shockwaves. The brief scenes she's in, training, tracking, and observing from afar, are filled with dread. She isn't painted as a villain. Instead, she's a storm brewing just off the coast, and her grief is as visible as it is volatile. This early introduction is a bold move, signaling to the audience that Season 2 will not pull its punches, emotionally or physically. It's a brilliant, slow-burn setup that pays off big later. Joel's therapy sessions. In a surprising but genius narrative twist, Joel finds himself in a makeshift therapy session, guided by the brutally honest character Gail, played by Catherine O'Hara. These scenes offer a rare glimpse into Joel's inner torment, his guilt over lying to Ellie, the choices he made, and the emotional weight he's carried for years. The writing here is sharp and poignant. Gail doesn't let him off the hook, and the way Joel breaks down, quietly, like a man trying not to drown, is some of the best character work Pedro Pascal has delivered yet. Ellie and Dina. intimacy, and conflict. Ellie's budding relationship with Dina is one of the episode's most touching and humanizing elements. We see them flirting, sharing secrets, and eventually sharing a kiss during a New Year's Eve celebration. But that kiss isn't just romantic. It's revolutionary in a world still infected by bigotry. The fallout that ensues includes a confrontation with Joel, revealing more about his protectiveness, his inner conflict, and Ellie's need for independence. Their scenes together have real chemistry, and the show handles their intimacy with care and depth, giving queer love a natural and unapologetic space to breathe. A new breed of horror. Just when you thought the infected couldn't get scarier, The Last of Us introduces a new variant, fast, silent, and unpredictable. Their introduction is quick and terrifying, like a whisper turning into a scream. This mutation of the cordyceps virus suggests that nature is evolving, and humanity might be even further from safety than anyone realized. The sound design, practical effects, and choreography of these creatures are outstanding. It adds an entirely new layer of danger to the series moving forward. Best acting performance. There's no denying that Bella Ramsey owns this episode. Her performance as Ellie has matured into something fierce, complex, and deeply layered. Ramsey nails the emotional whiplash of a teenager living with the aftermath of trauma. One moment, she's sarcastic and guarded. The next, she's crumbling under the weight of unspoken pain. There's a particularly haunting moment when she plays a song on her guitar alone in her room. It's raw, it's intimate, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Her ability to convey so much with just her eyes and body language is nothing short of masterful. If this is just the start of her arc this season, we're in for something truly special. Looking ahead, what's coming next? As much as Future Days sets the emotional tone for this season, it also lays the groundwork for what could be one of the most harrowing story arcs in recent TV history. With Abby's shadow looming large and Joel and Ellie's bond already showing deep fractures, future episodes seem poised to unravel truths and unleash consequences that will ripple through every character. How will Ellie confront the truth when it finally breaks through the silence? Can Joel redeem himself before fate intervenes? And what new horrors, both human and infected, await this community of fragile hope? If this premiere is any indication, The Last of Us Season 2 isn't just telling a story, it's preparing to dismantle everything we thought we understood about survival, love, and loss. Buckle up. It's only going to get more intense from here. Future Days is a slow burn of a premiere, but that's exactly what makes it effective. It's not about shocking twists or immediate action. It's about laying the emotional foundation for a season that promises to devastate us. While some viewers may find the pacing a bit slow, the storytelling is rich, the character development is impeccable, and the atmosphere is thick with dread and heartbreak. This episode reminds us that in The Last of Us, the most dangerous battles aren't always fought with weapons. They're fought with words, memories, and guilt. If you were moved, shaken, or emotionally destroyed by Season 1, you owe it to yourself to jump back in. The Last of Us Season 2 doesn't just continue the story, it deepens it. With new characters, higher stakes, and emotional storytelling that cuts deep, this episode is a masterclass in character-driven drama. For fans of post-apocalyptic tension, morally gray decisions, and rich relationship dynamics, this is must-see television. Streaming now on HBO Vertical Bar, new episodes every Sunday. What did you think of Abby's debut? Do you trust Joel? And are you emotionally prepared for what's to come? Like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the next binge-worthy breakdown.